Wall Street dens of thieves or just dudes in suits? Ah, investment bankers, those slick-back, jargon-slinging wizards of Wall Street. We've seen them in movies throwing phones, popping champagne, and single-handedly causing the global financial meltdown. But what do they actually? Are they really the greedy, morally bankrupt villains Hollywood portrays them as? Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the world of investment banking. We're going to break down the myths, the realities, and everything in between. From the eye-watering salaries to the soul-crushing hours, we'll expose the truth behind those shiny glass skyscrapers. You might be surprised by what you learn, or you might just be really, really tired because we're about to cover a lot of ground. First things first, let's clear up one major misconception. Investment banks are your average run-of-the-mill banks. You can't walk into Goldman Sachs and ask for a checking account. No, sir. These guys play in a whole different league. Think of traditional banks like your friendly neighborhood grocery store. They've got your basic necessities, checking and savings accounts, loans, mortgages, all the essentials for your everyday financial life. Investment banks, on the other hand, are like those fancy, exclusive boutiques with a velvet rope and a bouncer out front. They cater to the big players, corporations, governments, hedge funds, the 1% of the financial world. Investment banks are all about the big deals, helping companies go public. Think IPOs. Facilitating mergers and acquisitions and trading complex financial instruments. They're the middlemen, the deal makers, the financial engineers of the world. Now let's talk about the good stuff, the stuff that makes your eyes water and your palms sweat, the money. Investment banking is notorious for its sky-high salaries, especially for those fresh-faced analysts straight out of college. We're talking six-figure starting salaries, people, but, and this is a big but, those fat paychecks come at a price, a steep, soul-crushing price. Think 80-hour work weeks, all-nighters fueled by coffee and Red Bull, and enough stress to make a grown man cry. You'll be sacrificing your social life, your sleep, and possibly your sanity at the altar of high finance. So, yeah, the money's great, but be prepared to earn every penny. What does a typical day look like for these masters of the universe? Well, there's no such thing as typical when you're dealing with billions of dollars. But here's a glimpse into the glamorous and not-so-glamorous life of an investment banker. It all starts with the client, a company looking to raise capital, merge with a competitor, or go public. Investment bankers are the ones who make those dreams a reality. They'll spend countless hours poring over financial statements, researching markets, building financial models, and crafting persuasive presentations. And then there's the pitching, the negotiating, the endless back and forth with lawyers, accountants, and regulators. It's a high-stakes game of strategy, persuasion, and let's be honest, a little bit of luck. And when a deal finally closes, well, let's just say the champagne starts flowing. The four horsemen of finance inside the divisions. Now, not all investment banks are created equal. And within these hallowed halls of finance, you'll find a complex ecosystem of divisions, each with its own unique flavor of stress and excitement. Let's break it down, shall we? First up, we've got Investment Banking Division, or IBD, the rock stars, the deal makers, the ones who bring home the bacon, or should we say the bonus. They're the ones structuring those multi-billion-dollar mergers, acquisitions, and IPOs. Then there's Sales and Trading, or S&T, the adrenaline junkies of the bunch. They're the ones on the phones, buying and selling securities at lightning speed, navigating the volatile markets with nerves of steel. Next, we have Research, the brainy bunch. They're the ones analyzing companies, crunching numbers, and writing those lengthy reports that nobody actually reads. Just kidding. Kind of. And last but not least, there's Asset Management, the money managers. They're the ones investing clients' money in a variety of assets, hoping to beat the market and generate those sweet, sweet returns. Buy, sell, or get out of the way, navigating the sides. Now let's talk about the sides of the force. No, we're not talking about the dark side, though some might argue. In the world of investment banking, you've got two main camps, the sell side and the buy side. The sell side is all about creating, marketing, and selling financial products and services. Think of them as the salespeople of Wall Street. They're the ones pitching those IPOs, structuring those complex derivatives, and facilitating those big trades. The buy side, on the other hand, is all about, well, buying. They're the ones managing the money, pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, you name it. They're the ones investing in those IPOs, buying those derivatives, and taking the other side of those big trades. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, with each side trying to outsmart the other. And the stakes? Well, let's just say they're pretty darn high. PowerPoint prowess, pitch decks, and the art of the SIP. Now, if there's one tool in an investment banker's arsenal more valuable than their Bloomberg terminal, it's PowerPoint. Yes, you heard that right, PowerPoint, because in the world of high finance, it's not just about the numbers, it's about how you present them. Enter the pitch deck, a meticulously crafted presentation designed to woo potential investors, acquire companies, or secure that coveted deal. It's a delicate dance of storytelling, financial analysis, and, let's be honest, a little bit of smoke and mirrors. And then there's the SIP, the confidential information presentation, a sacred document containing all the juicy details of a potential deal. It's like the holy grail of investment banking, guarded with the utmost secrecy. The ability to craft a compelling pitch deck and a watertight SIP is an art form in itself. It's about distilling complex financial information into digestible bites, painting a picture of future success, and, most importantly, closing the deal. Loose lips sink deals. Confidentiality is king and queen. In the world of investment banking, information is power. And not just any information, we're talking about market-moving, deal-breaking, career-ending kind of information. That's why confidentiality is paramount. Investment bankers are privy to sensitive information about companies, deals, and market movements. One wrong word, one misplaced email, one drunken slip-up at a cocktail party could have catastrophic consequences. They operate in a world of NDAs, encrypted emails, and carefully guarded conversations. Trust is everything in this business. Break that trust and you're out. High stakes, higher stress, the pressure cooker of Wall Street. Let's be real, investment banking is not for the faint of heart. It's a high-pressure, high-stakes environment where the demands are relentless and the competition is fierce. We're talking about long hours, intense scrutiny, and the constant pressure to perform. Deals can fall apart, markets can crash, and bonuses can disappear faster than you can say subprime mortgage. It's an environment that can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Burnout is common, and the work-life balance is practically non-existent. But for those who thrive under pressure, who are driven by success, and let's be honest, money, it can be an exhilarating ride. Escape from the cubicle farm life after investment banking. Now let's talk about the light at the end of the tunnel, because, believe it or not, there is life after investment banking. After a few years of grueling hours and cutthroat competition, many bankers decide to trade in their suits for something a little less intense. Some move on to the buy side, joining hedge funds, private equity firms, or venture capital firms. Others leverage their financial expertise to launch their own businesses or pursue careers in consulting or tech. And then there are those who decide to ditch the corporate world altogether, opting for a more fulfilling and hopefully less stressful path in the nonprofit sector, academia, or the arts. The skills and experience gained in investment banking are highly valued in a wide range of industries. So even if you don't want to spend the rest of your life chained to a Bloomberg terminal, a stint in investment banking can be a valuable stepping stone to a successful and fulfilling career. So are they evil geniuses or just really tired? So there you have it, a glimpse into the wild, wacky, and often misunderstood world of investment banking. Are they the greedy, morally bankrupt villains Hollywood portrays them as? Well, it's complicated. Like any profession, there are good apples and bad apples. There are those who are driven by greed and a lust for power, and there are those who are genuinely passionate about finance and want to make a positive impact on the world. Yes, they do exist. The truth is, investment bankers are just people. People with families, friends, and yes, even souls. But they also operate in a system that often rewards ruthlessness and prioritizes profits over people. So the next time you see a headline about Wall Street greed, remember that there's always a human story behind the numbers.